Home staging is nothing new. Homeowners and real estate agents have been doing it for decades. It is only recently that it seems to have gained so much attention. There are now people who market themselves as professional home stagers, but in truth, you can acquire all of the knowledge and techniques that you need to competently stage your own home yourself, because the most important home staging tool is common sense. My name is Ered with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, BloomTree Realty. Today I'm going to take you through 5 basic principles of staging, things that you can do yourself to prepare your home for sale. And if you like the material in this video, please hit the button below and subscribe. Also, if you'd like to be notified when I post additional videos, hit the bell as well. Home staging is the term used to describe the technique employed to make a home appealing to as many buyers as possible. Why do it? Well, 77% of buyers' agents say that good staging helps potential buyers envision a property or a home as their own. Now, there is a difference between home staging and interior decorating. They are two distinctly different disciplines. Basically, interior decorators use their skills to incorporate design elements, to develop focal points, and to create distinct moods that reflect the personal style, tastes, and traits of a home's owner. By contrast, the goal of home staging is to create a neutral space, to pull back from decorative elements, and to highlight the assets of the home itself. It may take a designer's eye to add the finishing touches, but the basic principles of home staging can be understood and applied by anyone. So let's dive in and look at 5 basic principles of home staging that you can apply yourself. This is common sense tip number 1, and you probably have already heard it. Nothing you can do will have a greater impact in the minds of a potential home buyer than to create a neutral space devoid of your personal items. And you don't need a staging expert to point those items out to you. I'm talking about collectibles, family photos, decorative pieces, religious items, memorabilia. Go room by room and box them all up. You may think it's a bit counterintuitive, and you may feel that it is your personal items that give your house a homey feel. Yes, they do, but only for you and your family. Imagine, if you will, walking into a hotel room and all of the items from the previous occupants are still there. Bags, suitcases, clothes, toothbrushes, contact lens cases. You would turn around and run. But you know, when you walk into a hotel room, you know in your mind that that room has had countless occupants before you arrived. But because there is nothing in that room to connect it personally to them, you feel comfortable. And that is exactly the feeling you should try to give to a potential buyer. Let's face it, not everyone has access to a storage facility when placing their home on the market. But you should make every effort to make your home feel as spacious as possible, and one way you can do that is by eliminating everyday clutter. Now, these are often items that you don't really give a thought to, like yesterday's mail, newspapers, magazines, keys by the door. Your kitchen cabinets, are they organized as efficiently as possible? Are there appliances on your countertops that you could store away because you don't use them every day? You know, you can make a closet look more spacious simply by removing some seasonal clothing, and you can always reduce the number of towels and sheets in your linen cabinet. Now, this is another common sense tip, and it may seem a little sleight of hand, but buyers value a home with ample storage space. So finding as many ways as possible to give the appearance that your home provides just that will pay off. Do you have a favorite color? Well, even if you picked blue, which is the most common choice, research says that over 50% of people have a different preference. So you know that accent wall, the one in your dining room or living room that all your friends say they love? Well, over 50% of them are not telling you the truth. You know, instead of highlighting a room's assets, bold colors can often detract from them. So even though it involves an investment of time and materials, one of the best overall staging tips there is to simply paint over any distinctive colors with a neutral tone such as light gray, off-white, or taupe. You know, this is another common sense tip, and you don't need an expert to point it out to you because you already know the colors of your walls. But many people are hesitant to paint over their favorite colors simply because of the emotion involved. It's a reminder that you're letting go of your home. But try to keep in mind the ultimate goal, and remember, your color choices are indicative of your home's past. and not its future with a new owner. You live in your home every day and you know its flaws. Nail holes in the walls, chipped paint around the door frames, perhaps a broken tile, a loose hinge or drawer handle. Don't take for granted that a potential buyer will overlook these things or write them off simply because they fall into the category of minor repairs. Home maintenance is an important part of home staging. Any agent will tell you that a home that appears to be well maintained is much more likely to get a serious offer compared to a home that looks like it needs multiple touch-ups. Remember that potential buyers always keep your asking price in mind, and they are looking for signs that indicate your home might not be worth as much. So even though minor repairs may seem tedious and unnecessary, they are an investment that will always pay off at closing. The lighter and brighter your home is, the better. Light not only adds warmth, it implies space. So this is yet another simple but obvious staging tip. No designer would work in the dark, and certainly the fact that we all tend to choose sunny spots to vacation should be indication enough of the effect that light has on the emotions, and buying a home generally comes down to that in the end, emotion. So let light into your home as many ways as possible. Make sure you raise and open the blinds, draw back draperies and curtains, and turn on every light in the house before a showing, even lamps and the lights in the closets. It's best not to leave it to a potential buyer to have to try to determine which switch operates which light when they're wandering through an unfamiliar home. Now, I generally do not leave you with corny catchphrases, but here is one. Darkness repels, but light sells. Home staging is not some mystical, magical discipline that only a few people have mastered. It does not require that you spend a great deal of money, only that you are aware and make smart, logical, and common sense decisions. I will be adding some additional videos on this topic to help you put the finishing touches on your home. But if you follow through with these 5 basic techniques, you should be well on your way to having your home show ready and finding the buyer that you want. So if you found anything of value in this video, please do me a favor and hit the button below and subscribe. I will see you next time.